Thanks so much for staying on with us right here on the Stock Game.
Well, you can clearly see the pullback, which is evident in the markets at this point in time. As we speak, it's about 7,030 as we're making our way gradually towards the 7,050 mark. You've got the likes of BPCL, BOB, Adani Ports, BHEL, and it's the Bank Nifty, which merits all a mention at this point in time because there's a clear pullback there, which is why you're seeing the rest of the market also gravitating towards the green, although it is happening very gradually at this point in time. PSU banks particularly, and that index is doing well. But let's move right on to BNSN, the Stock Game. Bring on board our three experts. Ruchit Jain, technical analyst, equities at Angel Broking. Rajesh Sharma, independent technical analyst. And Siddhartha Chatterjee, country head, Trustline Securities, all standing by with us to share their top ideas. Ruchit, let's get started. It's the large caps that we'll focus on in your portfolio entirely today. But Hindalco in specific, you're bullish here. And what's the call on ONGC?
Yeah, Hindalco, if you observe, then the selling momentum has reduced in last couple of weeks. You have seen the stock is now trading in a sideways range in spite of markets correcting last week. Probably we are expecting a pullback move in the metal counters. We have already seen some good momentum picking up in Vedanta as well on Fridays and Mondays trading session. We are expecting some good upside momentum to pick up in Hindalco for target of 71, 72 in next 3-4 trading sessions. Hence, one should buy Hindalco at current levels. Although for intraday the stop which I had given has been triggered, but I think still with the stop loss below 58 rupees, one should buy for target of 71. Another one is a buy call in ONGC. Although we have seen the stock has breached its previous low, prices have been consolidating now near its support zone. And we are anticipating a pullback move in this counter too. On the higher side, 210, 212 would be the target. With the stop loss placed below 193, one can go long at current levels in ONGC also.
Okay, let's move on from Hindalco as well as ONGC and talk about a TCS. That's the IT heavyweight that Rajesh is buying for the day. And Rajesh, there's also a Walkart where we've seen a very sharp pullback in yesterday's session from the intraday lows.
Yeah, morning, Awan and viewers. Well, despite a late sell-off in the markets yesterday, you see the TCS held on to its ground. And technically, the stock has given a little bit of buying, and it's better to stay with the pedigree stock as the markets are uncertain. So that's why I've chosen to go long with TCS. And the second is a buy. So buy with the stop loss of 22.39 and for a target of 23.30. Second is a buy in Walkart Limited. Well, this stock has seen the worst of a fall, falling from some 1700 levels to the present sub 800 levels. The US FDA problems have also compounded its woes recently, and if you see technically, the stock is showing some kind of a pullback move. Like yesterday, it closed in a bit of green and it's been trading sideways for last couple of trading sessions now. I think the technicals at this point of time, like stochastic and RSI, are literally on the verge of a positive territory. And if we have an update today, probably after a steep fall of 850 rupees, we may see a pullback of some 150 odd rupees. So that's why I've chosen to go long. And the target for the stock is 830 with a stop loss of 779.
There you have it, Rajesh walking us through Walkart as well as TCS, both buy calls. Siddhartha, let's get in your recommendations. Maruti Suzuki, you're riding on that one. And Dr. Lal Path Labs, interesting, given that it's just a recent listing.
Maruti is trying to buck the general trend and is falling less than the market. So there could be a positive divergence in the price line, which we think that I can try a buy. And it's not working in my favor. That's a different story. But we'll have to keep a stop of 3640. And maybe beyond 3750, we could see a target of 3780. Dr. Lal Path Lab, okay, a new generation stock. Don't appear comparison in the true sense, and I think the stock is doing pretty fine. I mean, it's not really tanking with the rest of the market. So I chose to go for buying the Lal Path maybe a small target of 859 for the intraday purpose. But as long as defense 800 levels, I think investors can, cherry pick it, keep a stop of 770 on a longer term horizon, and wait for about 950 targets going forward.
Right, and let's discuss then the last two ideas that our experts have picked out. And Ruchit, you were shorting a Gale, and there's an Axis Bank that's looking good to nibble into.
Yeah, so Gale, if you observe last 2.5 months, the stock is trading in was trading in a broad range of 325 to 375. In last 2-3 trading sessions, the prices have breached the lower end of the range, and this consolidation has also led to formation of a head and shoulders pattern which has been breached on the lower side. So we are expecting a downside momentum to pick up in this stock, at least up to 308 is where I had placed my target for 1 or 2 days. So with the stop placed above 333, any pullback move again up to 320 levels should be used as an opportunity to create short positions in this counter. And my last call is a buy call in Axis Bank. Clearly, this stock has been outperforming the benchmark index since last 1 month. Although we have seen the sharp selling in the Bank Nifty and other banking names, this stock is trading sideways. Now, after a downtrend, when such sideways momentum is seen, it's usually a sign of accumulation taking place. And hence, we believe that a good upside momentum could pick up in the stock in near term. Although for the short term I have placed a target 420, but I think the stock has potential to go up to 430 to 440 range in next 10 to 15 trading sessions. So one can keep a stop loss below 395 for a short term trading position.
Okay, so clearly watch out for Axis Bank and a short selling candidate in the form of Gale. Rajesh, let's nail it down to the media pick. That's Jain Networks. How come you think this one stands out? And you're selling Atul Limited?
Well, yeah, Bon. You see, the Jain network, it showed a lot of strength yesterday, and it was the only stock, one of the few stocks which generally bucked the general downtrend yesterday, and in fact closed with a little bit of green. Well, chart also present technicals also present a pretty picture in the sense that the MACD had just about given a positive crossover, and stochastic and RSI are all moving in the positive territory only. And I think the stock can head higher from the present level, so it can in fact move to 85 to 87, though the stop loss has been triggered due to the uncertainty of the small caps, but I think the stock can head higher to 85, 86 levels. The last and final call was a sell in Atul Auto. Well, the stock cracked below its 200-day moving average yesterday and closed below all its important averages, and the oscillators are all moving in drifting lower, moving in tandem with the lower prices now. You see, the stock pattern suggests that the stock will seek lower levels going forward and may fall down to levels of 1260, as that also happens to be the 1-year trend line support level. So it was a sell.
Okay, and let's talk about a few more mid caps then, because Siddhartha was buying into both Naukri as well as an SML Isuzu. Siddhartha, what's the rationale for these two?
No, I am buying all this or recommending to buy just for some kind of a pullback. They are good companies, good business models, have been falling quite a bit. There are huge chances of a bounce back. I thought that it could bounce back today. That's why I went for a buy in Naukri with target of 765 and a stop loss of 735. And I also went for a buy in SML Isuzu, stop loss 765 and a target above 800. So these are basically pullback things if it happens in the mid cap, which unfortunately is not happening. So, the buy really doesn't hold good. But assuming that there are pullbacks, these stocks are going to do pretty okay.
Okay, we'll leave it at that. Thanks so much, gentlemen, for joining in and sharing all of your top recommendations and walking us through your top ideas. And with that, we wrap it up on this leg of BNS and the stock game. Coming up next is Market Sense.